always so happy to see so many people come out for the PLI early in the morning every year, and you all show up every year, and it makes me so happy because it means that the work we do matters to people other than myself and my team. So it really is very, very important to see you.
How many of you think that our legal profession is extremely diverse? Yes, it's a leading question. It's not. 85%, now for those of you who are mathematicians, the numbers are not going to add up to 100%. Currently, because I did look at it and go, it's not 100%. 85% of practicing lawyers are white, 5% are black, 5% are Latinx, and 3% are Asian, and then there's a unidentified 2%. That's not what we want this country's legal profession to look like. And I've been out of law school almost 40 years, and it's not any more diverse now than I think than it was 40 years ago. But John Jay is doing its part to change that. We talked about prosecutors. Only 5% of the prosecutors in this country are African American or of color. Not even African American, of color. So we got a portion of the 5% in the room right now. And if we had Eric Gonzalez in the room, we'd have another portion of the 5% in the room, who's a Michigan grad, by the way, which I am too, in case you didn't guess that. And that's a travesty when you consider that the percentage of people of color who go through our criminal justice system. We don't have justice without people who understand the circumstances of people who come through our criminal justice system. But I want to make sure our students hear that there are many, many ways that you can impact the legal profession and the justice system. You don't have to be a defense lawyer. You don't have to be a prosecutor. But what you do have to do is an advocate. You have to raise your voice, use your voice. Use your voice at the ballot box. Use your voice in terms of holding elected officials accountable. Use your voice in doing pro bono work to make sure our system is fair. But I want to make sure that our students understand, which is why having our board members here who are practicing lawyers can show you the breadth of what you can be as a lawyer. I want you to see the support you have around you, students, and I want you to see that these are the people who believe in you and who want you to continue to break barriers. Many of us are first in doing lots of things. I never thought that in 2017 I'd still be a first, but I still am. But I'm certainly never going to be the last because of all of you all and because of the work that PLI does and the work that all of these people do in the room to support your success.
In the year of my birth, black lawyers made up 1% of the legal profession. The numbers for other ethnic groups were so low they were not even tallied. They did not tally Latinx lawyers. The numbers were so low, right? 1% was the only piece of data that I could find, and 1% of the lawyers, the year I was born, which was 1966, were black. I am 53 now, and the numbers it's 5%, which is a half century, more than a half century, and the growth is, appalling. It's appalling. And so I think that, for me, really brought home how important the work we do is, right? If those numbers are going to change, and I doubt they're going to change that much in my lifetime, but I do know that they will change over time. And it is, as President Mason said, because of students, the students who are in this room, and the work that we do, and the support that we give to our students who are going to make this change, who are going to change those numbers so that in 50 years, someone else is standing up here and will have different statistics to say.
Like many people who look like me, I had many doubts of going after a dream where most people don't speak or don't look or speak the same languages as me. I am proud of breaking out of this box of inequality. I have to thank Dr. Davison and other John Jay faculties for leading me and educating me for a brighter future. The Pre-Law Institute serves as a sanctuary for students who do not know where to even begin to follow this dream. Dr. Davison's first question when I first met with him was, "Who are you?" Now, this question may seem pretty simple for a lot of people, but for me, it was more of a, where do I even begin? Having programs such as the Pre-Law Institute is a blessing for people who want to be seen. They guide students for academic success, teaching them the importance of time management, asking help from professors, peers, and mentors, encouraging a lot of reading and writing, and to succeed at law school or other graduate school. The Pre-Law Institute helps students bring the dream within reach. One of the most valuable lessons I learned from Dr. Davison is that becoming a lawyer is just the first step for social change. The second part is to inspire the kids in the Latinx and Black communities to continue changing the color of the professional world.
Even if you have given,
Give again.
give some more. We need more money.
We do.
And it's not just for the LSAT prep. I mean, and I wish we could clone him, but in the absence of cloning him, we need your support so we can get more volunteers in here sharing the wealth of what he does. What I didn't talk about that was in my prepared remarks was the work that he does in the boot camp on preparing them for their personal statements. And while the LSAT is a barrier, one of the things that removes that barrier is that personal statement that separates you out from the thundering herd so that people can see who you are. And the work they do in developing those personal statements, I went to the boot camp, and I'm sorry if I give you my cold. I went to the boot camp, I'm sorry. I went to the boot camp to hear the final day when they read their personal statements, and I came away thinking, thank God I've been out of law school as long as I have, because if I were competing against these students and their statements, I don't know that I'd get in.
Right.
And that's the kind of work that they do here, and that's the kind of work that our students do, because they are willing to make themselves vulnerable to tell their stories. They're willing to come in for a week to work day and night on their personal statements and to have people tear them up and put them back together again. She's shaking her head, yes, because she just, I was there when she read hers. And so please, please, please give some more.